And we are continuing our team coverage this morning in Fairfield County, which is one of the counties that was expected to be hit the worst by this storm.
That's right. So we want to bring in right now News 19 Shannon Taylor, who's been live for us all morning in Fairfield County. And the pictures that we have been seeing from that area really speak to what they're dealing with. Shannon?
Yeah, and we're actually taking it inside, and as we were live a little bit earlier in the earlier shows, we were showing how the road conditions were obviously icy and things like that. But now we're inside, and we're talking to the Chief of EMS, Mr. Tim Martin, who has been working very hard, him and the crews out here as a resource for people out here in Fairfield County. How are you doing this morning, Mr. Martin?
Doing very well. How are y'all?
We're keeping steady. We're inside and we're warm, but I want to go ahead and talk about as the road conditions overnight. We've seen ice accumulation on some of the roads, our major roadways like 321, the highways and things like that. So kind of talk about what you've been seeing so far in terms of road conditions, any calls or just things that you guys are doing to help get those roads kind of cleared up and iced.
Yeah, absolutely. So currently we are seeing most of our primary roads are prepared for the weather with the DOT salting them. But some of the secondary roads, we are seeing a lot of difficulties of not seeing the black ice. It is hard to see, even, daytime hours, but it is out there. So please be careful. Do not go out unless you absolutely got to go out, because then it's going to place our crews in harm's way as well if they have to get out to try to help you.
Yeah, and you actually mentioned something that's very important, making sure that we're staying inside, because it's not just the residents that we're looking out for, but crews who are going out and helping those people. So what's some advice that you can kind of tell for people in the area who are not familiar? We know that Fairfield County is a rural area that's not usually accustomed to seeing sleet or black ice. What's some advice you want to give to residents and our friends at home who are watching?
Yes, so if you do have to go out for some type of reason, please drive slow. Take extra time. Make sure that you are watching your speed. You will not be able to control your car if you start hitting ice. So just take your foot off the gas. Just try to hold onto your steering wheel. But again, the best thing for you to do is to stay off the roadways, period, until the area clears up.
And for our folks and friends at home who are watching, for the resources that are available, if things do happen, if they're happen to be on the roads or just need any type of help, just kind of talk about the resources here that are available, because you guys are already ready on standby. So just kind of reiterate and making sure that we're letting our residents know what resources that you guys have here.
Yeah, absolutely. So today we've got 5 ambulances on duty. We have 5 QRVs on duty. So these QRVs are full drive equipped. So these vehicles are going to be able to go out with our crews to make sure that we do get to the residents. Because unfortunately, this weather event, it doesn't take away our normal type of calls that we have. And so because of that, we want our residents to understand that it will take us some time to get there, possibly if the roads conditions warrant it. But please understand, we will get there to you. We've got staffed all over the county, and we are prepared.
Thank you so much, Mr. Martin, for joining us. And as he said, they are fully prepared and fully staffed, but making sure that you're taking those precautions. The roads are incredibly dangerous. They're slick, they're icy. And just a reminder for all of our friends out there, if you happen to be out on the road and you come across some debris or power lines, there is a number that you can call. That number is 803-815-4038. Again, that's 803-815-4038. Making sure you're calling that number, getting in touch with our EMS crews, because they are here to help you. Stay safe and stay warm. Reporting live in Fairfield County, Shannon Taylor with News 19 WLTX. Back to you guys.
Right. Thank you so much, Shannon. I'm happy to see that she was able to get inside and warm up a little bit, because if you were with us earlier, she has been outside covering the impacts of this. Now, as this winter system continues to bring us some of that freezing rain in the Midlands, travel is a big concern for many people this morning.
Yeah, the flights, they can be impacted quickly by the changing conditions, and that's especially true right here at home.
News 19's Ariana Clay live at Columbia Metropolitan Airport with the latest on flights. What can you tell us, Ariana, and how are folks feeling right now?
I can tell you flights have been impacted. Most departures are. Taylor will show you a look around here at the security checkpoint. I mean, this area right now has pretty much cleared out. Instead of seeing travelers check in through TSA, we're seeing travelers come out through the gates. And I'm joined by one of them now, Kosi, who has been explaining to me her story, which has started since last night, right? You slept here last night? Tell me.
Yes, ma'am. So I just got done with the job, and so my flight was supposed to be at 6 a.m. today. So I just figured, I came here late last night, so I didn't want to check into a hotel just to get here at 4. And so they told us this morning that it would get delayed till 9 because there was ice on the plane that they couldn't get it melted in time. And so everybody that had their bags checked, they had to bring them back. And then they told me it was going to be at 12:30, and now all flights have been pretty much canceled except for like 2 or 3, and there's one left going to Florida, and that's supposed to be at 6:35 today. So I will be sitting here till then.
Yeah. And again, this is most travelers in here right now, their situation. I do have a new update, though, from the PIO. Let's see. She says that while not all flights are impacted, most departures have been affected today. At this time, 6 scheduled departures remain for the day, and those are going to be United, American, 2 Delta flights, and 1 Allegiant. And she also says that this remains a fluid situation and updates from airlines are ongoing. So me and Taylor will stay here. We will be right here continuing to bring you more updates throughout this afternoon. Reporting live here at the airport, I'm Ariana Clay for News 19 WLTX.
All right, Ariana, thank you so much. And my heart goes out to all the folks having to wait so long for their flights. Now, a reminder this morning, on our streaming platforms, you can find our 24/7 radar. So as we go through the next several days, you can track the weather in real time. We're talking all day and all night. One of my favorite parts, it also has a city-by-city forecast. Again, that's available for free. You don't have to pay a dime. All you got to do is download it on your TV or your phone. Just search for WLTX, or we've made it even easier. You can scan this QR code that you see right there on your screen.
And News 19, we are on your side with continuous coverage as the winter storm moves through. Get live updates from our meteorologists, track the impact on traffic, and you can stay up to date on any power outages in your community by downloading the streaming apps on your phone or on your TV. We'll be right back.
All right, my friends, it is 10:17 on your Sunday morning. And one of the big concerns that many of us had as we are working to get more information about this winter weather system that's in our area has been power outages. Now, earlier this morning, we took a look at Power Outage US, their power outage map, and thankfully, we did not see any power outages this morning. However, and that's a big however, we are not in the clear just yet because we could still see more freezing rain and the potential for power outages due to the ice.
Yeah, especially that we are possibly going to get those temperatures that could get into the single digits tonight through tomorrow. So that rain, that sleet, it could definitely turn into ice and get on those power lines. And that can cause a lot of outages in our area and in the rural areas.
Absolutely. So this morning, we want to talk with Electric Co-op, as some of you may have Dominion and others may have the Electric Co-op, to talk about what we should do in case if we do see a power outage. And we have them on the phone right now. Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us, Avery.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yes. All right. So Avery, again, works with the Electric Cooperatives of South Carolina. Now, things have been looking pretty good this morning, which is good news, but we know that there is still a chance that we could experience some power outages. So what do you have for folks who may experience the lights going out?
Absolutely. And you're right. We're grateful to see that this forecast is less severe than we initially feared. It looks like we're going to get about half as much ice as we were projected to get a day or two ago. But we're by no means out of the woods, as you said earlier. This remains a serious ice storm, especially as you get farther north and west and up into the upstate and the Piedmont areas of the state. But even in the Midlands, we have the potential for dangerous, hazardous ice. So we're still asking people to prepare to be without power at some point in the next few days, whether it be for just a few hours or potentially a day or more if the situation worsens. We're asking people to stay off the roads if they possibly can. If they have to be on the roads, to please drive slowly around our line crews so that they can safely do restoration work. And we're asking people to obviously stock up on the things they're going to need if they're going to be without power for any period of time. And finally, to operate generators safely. This is so important. In today's day and age of YouTube and Google and ChatGPT, there is no reason that we should be operating generators in an unsafe way, in a way that creates carbon monoxide or fire or shock hazards for our linemen. So we certainly would appreciate if people can prepare for the worst, continue to pray and hope for the best, and to prepare again to potentially be without power at some point, even though we do think the situation is looking better than we initially feared.
Absolutely. And Avery, we always want to keep folks up to date with the most accurate numbers. And right now I'm taking a look at you guys' website, and I just had a question about when it says meters without power. So if folks go to look at those outages, what exactly does that mean when you see a number of meters without power?
It's a good question. And meters just means it could mean a structure that is that is fed by one particular meter. So a farm barn could be a meter, a house could be a meter, a business could be a meter. Meters just means a particular point that we deliver electricity to. So that doesn't mean that those are all 757 homes that are without power. Those could be unoccupied buildings or businesses that are closed. But we are starting to see those numbers tick up. I think just a couple hours ago we had a few dozen outages, and now, as you can see, we've got a few hundred.
Absolutely. And I'm wanting to know if someone is dealing with a power outage, how soon is the response?
We're getting out, just as quickly as we can. Obviously, we have to wait until roads are passable. A number of co-op members, because of the rural, remote areas we serve, you're going to live on, dirt roads or secondary roads. So those roads are not going to be the first to be cleared, of ice. So those folks may be waiting a little bit longer and should be prepared to be without power a little bit longer, because if you can't get out because of ice on the roads, we can't get in. We've brought in about 1,500 workers in the Midlands and upstate areas from states as far away as Oregon and Montana, and also close to home. Mutual aid co-op crews have come from the eastern half of the state, from Florida, Georgia, North Carolina. This is actually, an unprecedented level of mobilization that we've mustered to respond to this storm ahead of the storm. And that's really a lesson that we learned from Hurricane Helene. So we're ready, we're prepared as we possibly can be. And as soon as it is safe to be out there restoring power, our crews will be out there getting the lights back on.
And one of the things I want to point out is the fact that this morning we weren't dealing with any power outages. And then just over the course of less than 3 hours, as you were talking about, we went from a couple of outages to hundreds of outages. And so I know that a lot of folks are saying, I think we're in the clear. Can you speak to the fact that they still need to be cautious when it comes to monitoring their power and what could potentially happen as we continue to watch this storm and the impacts of it unfold?
You're absolutely right. We are used to hurricanes and tropical storms in South Carolina. They blow through one time and then we pick up the pieces after they're gone. Ice storms are more rare, but they are very different. These are ongoing events, especially the one that we're looking at, where we're going to have sub-freezing temperatures just about every day, every night for the next few days. We're going to have freezing rain that's going to freeze, that's going to thaw, that's going to refreeze, it's going to thaw, it's going to refreeze again. And that can be very frustrating for us as we try to restore power and for our members, because our crews can spend hours putting back up a line that's been knocked down by falling branches and by all the weight of the ice. And then they can hear a crack and another tree or another branch falls and knocks down that line that they just worked so hard to put back up. So this is going to be an ongoing event. We're by no means in the clear. This storm right now is stretching from about Louisiana all the way up to the New England area. So this is a big storm. This is a storm it hasn't already come and gone. We're still looking at freezing rain to come later today, and that's going to freeze. And so I hope that people, just because the forecast is looking better, I hope that people don't just declare victory and celebrate before we're in the end zone, so to speak. We really need people to remain vigilant and remain prepared here as we go into the early next week.
Yeah, you just painted a great picture of that. It's not over until it's over. We got just a few seconds left for folks who see a downed power line, or if they deal with a power outage. How do they report that to the Electric Co-op of South Carolina?
Yes, if you are a co-op member, just call your co-op. Your co-op may have an app, may have a text line that you can text, but please let us know if you see a down power line. Do not approach it. Do not try to fix anything yourself on the electric grid. Please let a professional handle that. But to the extent you can, just stay indoors. Don't go outside and don't go on the roads. But if you are out and you happen to see down power lines, do not approach them and let us know where they are.
All right, thank you so much, Avery. We appreciate you calling in and giving us some really, really good advice. And again, encouraging everyone to take precautions as we continue to navigate the storm, which is not over yet. Again, my friends, you were listening to Avery Wilks with Electric Co-op of South Carolina.